What is organizational structure? Organizational structure refers to the system or mode by which a group of individuals is able to achieve its desired goals. For example, a company is a system that identifies its hierarchy. Each employee's position is identified, including their function and who they report to within the firm. Organizational structure defines the pecking order of each employee. Organizational structure is the way in which a company or organization is organized, including the types of relationships that exist between the directors, managers, and other employees. An organizational structure outlines how activities including class allocation, supervision, and coordination are directed towards the aims and goals of the organization. It is also a viewing glass or perspective through which employees may see their organization and its environment. It helps them to see where they stand. Types of organizational structures. A functional organizational structure is one on which the task, people, and technologies necessary to do the work of the business are divided into the separate functional groups, such as human resources, marketing, production operations, and finance, with increasingly formal procedures for coordinating and integrating their activities to provide the business products and services. Basically, functional structure has evolved from the concept of functional foremanship. So in this kind of structure, the line authority is generalized through the staff specialist, and they run through many functional experts who have the authority to issue the order in the areas of specialization. So for every department like we have, there is an expert who has direct control over the department. Thus, there is municipality of command instead of unity of command, because in a functional organization, as the case of functional foremanship, there is a municipality or many commands that are given to their subordinates. So here, as you can see the structure of the functional organizational structure, we have a general manager, under the general manager, a human resources, that are brought together in units, teams, or projects so that the job specialization can be optimized, while special skills can be best managed. And there is a need for marketing department to interact and coordinate with personnel in other major functional areas. Also, the production operation department follow the requirements set by the marketing department, while the financial department efficiently allocates the funds to achieve the organization's set objectives. All these departments need to act together to accomplish the organization's overall vision, mission, and goals. Thus, an organization should be structured effectively so that its human resources, marketing, production operations, and finance department can work collaboratively. What is territorial organizational structure? Territorial organizational structure consists of territory, people, and political power of representation, giving it a high level of legitimacy. As an organization begins to serve its customers who are spread over a growing geographical area, a territorial structure becomes a viable design. In this system, the target market is divided into geographical units according to certain criteria. Territorial structural arrangements have several advantages. First, personnel familiar with the history of customer in the area, their culture, their preferences, expectations, and habits of living can cultivate the local markets. Second, the company and its sales force can respond quickly to changes in a competitive environment. And third, there is closer contact between managers familiar with the territory and their subordinates. Lastly, because management is familiar with local conditions, it can make quicker strategic decisions. Here's the figure shows the department territorial structure used by an organization. Adopting a territorial structure has its own downsides. As the product line becomes more varied, the territorial structure becomes more cumbersome. The creation of multiple territorial offices results in duplication of services and possibly the appointment of less qualified individuals to supervisory positions. Thus, there is need for competent managers. An increase in expenses is inevitable. Sometimes, having unprepared or weak managers in territories may negatively affect sales, may create damaged public image, and may lower morale among employees.
Ang report ko po ay tungkol po sa product organizational structure. Traditionally, organizational divisions follow a product structure. In some companies, the sub-businesses are assigned to product group managers. Each of them are given key operating and staff function. So, para gumanang business sa isang company, may mga managers po na na gumagawa o nagpo-promote ng product nila. As long as the product, market, and customers are diverse and mutually exclusive, there is no limit to the number of product management systems used. Okay, yung sa kailangan may mga connections yung product na binebenta, yung markets na kung saan natin ibebenta, siyempre magagamit, and yung customers na natin. When different types of products are involved, divisions are likely to include research and development and engineering departments. Yun nga po, yung mga products dapat na ibebenta ay sapat yung kaalaman, mayroon kang information about the product para mabenta mo yun. This allow managers to operate independently. Mga managers ang mga gumagawa nun. They are responsible for both current and future decisions about the product market, since the long-term goal is to increase and not just to maintain the current market. So, syempre, sa business, syempre, anong gusto mo sa business mo? Syempre, di ba, yung lumaki, lumago, yung maging successful, kumbaga, yun yung parang goal mo sa market. Marketing managers follow their products from conception to the time when it's made available to the consumers. They coordinate all information relating to the product with the other departments in the company. Yun. Yung mga products na binebenta, syempre, inaano yan ng mga managers. Kumbaga, pag pinromote nila, dapat sapat yung kaalaman nila tungkol about dun sa products para maganda yung maging resulta ng pagbebenta ng product. Marketing managers are likewise involved in various company operations. Some specific tasks include gathering and centralizing all information relating to the products, preparing product strategy alternatives, preparing forecasts, defining the marketing strategies to achieve planned objectives, ensuring the profitability of the product, monitoring its life cycle, monitoring the accomplishments of programs previously drawn up, and suggesting ways to improve or create new or improve products. Ayan, trabaho ng mga marketing managers na alamin kung paano at yung mga strategy nila kung paano nila mabebenta yung product. Siyempre, kailangan nilang ipakita kung paano ka-effective yung product na yon, kung bakit ba nila dapat bilihin to ng mga customers natin. Sa marketing manager, parang dito, nakapaloob dun yung buyer products tsaka yung manufacturing products. Yung mga marketing manager, yung mga buyer products, syempre include dun yung food and clothing, yung mga parang pangunahing pangangailangan ng consumers. Sa mga manufacturing products, yung manufacturing, raw materials, equipment, yun yung mga iba-ibang products na binebenta ng isang company. Sa pagma-market ng kailangan nila kasi yung, sabi nga dito, preparing forecast, 'di ba? Yung kailangan prepare ka pag yung mag-ano ka na, yung sales stock ka na sa customer. And nakaplano yung mga sasabihin, yung mga gagawin, yung mga techniques sa pagbebenta. Okay. There are 4 courses of action that an organization can implement to improve or replace any product management structure. Yon, may mga kumbaga parang technique ba to, or nagagawin para mag-improve or maging effective. Number 1, conducting training programs in forecasting, interpersonal skills, planning, motivation, and control to improve the ability of product managers to do the job. Kasi syempre ang trabaho ng mga manager, yung parang sila yung parang nagbebenta rin dito, pero kailangan nilang mag-training, mag-plan, kung paano nila i-forecast. Kailangan may interpersonal skills ka, yung meron kang galing sa bebenta, magaling ka magsalita, hindi ka mahiyain, mga ganon. Number 2, switching from a marketing manager to a marketing team that implements activities to market the product effectively. Ayun, napaka-importante yung pag magbebenta, yung manager, syempre, hindi lang pwede na hindi naman pwede na puro lang talk, puro lang salita, puro lang promote. Kailangan may action na kung paano ba hindi yung puro sasabihin mo lang, dapat gagawin din, kung para yung mga customers maniwala na totoo yung binebenta natin, gano'n. Number 3, eliminating product managers of minor brands and consolidating them with other products. This is feasible when the product line appeals to similar consumers or industrial users. Siyempre, pag magbebenta ka, ipopromote mo yung product mo. Pwede mo sabihin na, ma'am, sir, you should try this because it is better, mga ganon. Mas maganda po itong products namin. Siyempre, hindi puro positive yung mga sasabihin mo sa mga customers, kasi pinopromote mo yung products ng company mo. And lastly, number 4, establishing divisions around the major company products and using functional structural arrangements within divisions. Despite the problems involved in the product structure, this organizational form can be used successful. Ayun nga, kailangan pag kunyari magbebenta ka na, 'di ba, yung ng mga products, kailangan naka-organize, division, sabi niya, division, naka-divide yung mga products na kunyari, kutsara, nakaiwalay sa tinidor, kunyari lang, example. Kailangan organize kasi nakasalalay dun yung magiging result, or kailangan makita ng mga customers natin na ay, maganda to, pwede to, kasi maayos, malinis yung ginagawa na pagbebenta. The key to good performance is top management support with reasonable budget, planning, and resource allocation. Para maging successful ang performance mo sa pagma-marketing mo, kailangan nandun yung sa reasonable budget. Syempre, kung mahal siya, bakit siya mahal yung binebenta? Mura siya, pero maganda to, yung product. Tapos planning and resource allocation. Without top management support, product or brand managers will experience difficulty in gaining the cooperation of those from the advertising, marketing research, and sales divisions. Diba? Hindi mo talaga parang pagpaplanuhan or paghahandaan yung kailangan kasi i-manage mo talaga ng maayos, lalo na yung mga marketing management manager, mga ganun. Sila yung pinaka inaasahan na para mabenta yung products. Kailangan meron kang sapat na information about the products para ma-advertise mo siya ng maayos, ng maganda. And kailangan organized talaga para maging effective yung pagmamarketing. Yan po. So guys, ang aking report ay market-centered organizational structure. So, companies can structure their business to fit their market. A market-centered organizational structure describes the wide range of structural form that center on a group of customer needs, rather a region, product, line, or function. A market-centered organization is decentralized by market. A market-centered is profit-centered organization. In the following situation are set to the market-centered structure. So, market-centered organizational structure ay isang strukturang paghahati na nakabatay sa merkado. Ang mga paghahati ng isang samahan ay batay sa paligid ng mga merkado, industriya o uri ng customer. At ang isang strukturang ito ay mainam para sa isang samahan na may produkto o serbisyo na natangi sa tukoy na segment ng merkadong ito. So, dito na tayo. When a competitor threatens market leadership, market centering can restore competitive advantage by improving knowledge on customer, distributor, and retailer needs. Sabi niya dito. Ang isang kompetensya ay nagbabanta ng pamumuno ng merkado. Ang market centering ay maaaring ibalik ang isang makompetensyang palaman sa pamamagitan ng pagbubuti ng palaman sa customer, mga pangailangan ng distribution. When a new product is affecting a company to a certain extent, a market-centered approach can stimulate new ideas because firm technical especially receive more information about market needs. Sabi niya, kapag isang produkto ay pinakalat na ikaka-epekto sa isang kumpanya sa isang tiyak na lawak, ang isang diskarte na nakasentro sa merkado ay maaari mapunan ng bagong idea dahil matatag ang pantinik na specialist tayo nakatanggap ng maraming impormasyon tungkol sa pangangailangan sa market. When a product's manufacturer can achieve high profit by diversifying into service with larger margins of return. Kapag ang isang tagagawa ng produkto ay maaaring makamit ang mataas na kita sa pamamagitan ng iba-ibang serbisyo na may mas malaking mga margin na pagbabalik. Sabi niya naman, the marketing related product service require the so-called marketing intelligence by conducting or implementing smart customer strategies. Kapag nangailangan ng produkto o serbisyo na nakaugnay sa marketing ay tinatawag na intelligence marketing sa pamamagitan ng pagsagawa at pagpatupad na matalinong mga diskarte ng customer. So, when a manufacturer who is selling product performance benefits shift marketing strategies to feature financial benefits of customer profit, improve market centering, make it easier to gather information on how customer make it their profits. So, kapag daw nakakailangan ng produkto o servisyo na una sa market, ito ay tinatawag ng intelligence sa marketing sa pamamagitan o sa paggawa ng Nalito na ako. Isang tagagawa nagbebenta ng benepisyo sa pagganap ng produkto ay nagbabago ng mga diskarte sa merkado upang maitampo ang mga benepisyo sa pananalapi sa pagkisentro ng merkado sa pagbuti ng tubo ng customer. So, when a market was to attract more entrepreneurial manager, market-centering offers manager what responsibilities in the reality of supervisor duties. Ang isang merkado ay isang nakakaakit na mas maraming merkado ng manager na pagninegosyo o ang pagpasok ay nag-aalok ng mga responsibilidad ng tagapagmahal at iba-ibang tungkulin ng supervisor. Market-centered organizational structure groups company activities around important and relevant criteria and form BUs that will formulate marketing strategies. Among other, each unit is responsibilities. Marketing may also be started by product, market, customer, or many combination of these factors. Often a new division starts with functional organization but change to one that structured by product, customer, or market as the business increases. Organizational structure. Distribution structures address the issue of whether any marketing function shall be performed at the corporate staff level. Some companies maintain a minimum marketing service structures at the corporate level. For example, market research. Itong market research ay ginagamit upang makalikom ng impormasyon at mas maunawaan ang target na merkado ng isang kumpanya. Ginagamit ng mga negosyo ang impormasyong ito upang madisenyo na mas mahusay ng mga produkto, pagbutiin ang karanasan ng gumagamit at gumawa ng isang mensahe sa market na umaakit sa mga leader ng kalidad. At advertising. Ito yung pag-advertise ng kanilang mga product and media planning service are provided to each editorial division in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao from a corporate staff group in Manila. The decision whether to maintain some corporate level marketing staff service otherwise depends primarily on the staff of the division. If a division is large enough to afford its own marketing structure, it will usually have one figure 6.4 show as SBU structural arrangement. A group vice president who is directly responsible to the chief executive of company. Each SBU, this type of structure places emphasis in planning and analysis of company strategies. So, ang organizational structure, ito ay isang strukturang pang-organisasyon ay tumutukoy kung paano ang mga aktibidad tulad ng paglaban ng gawain o koordinasyon at pangasiwa ay nakadireta sa paggamit ng mga hangarin sa organisasyon. Maaari rin isaalang-alang ang bilang baso ng pananaw kung saan makikita ang individual ang kanilang samahan at ang kapatigiran. So, yun lang po.
Choice of an organizational structure. Some of the factors which may influence the firm's decision to adopt the type of organizational structure appropriate to its needs include size of the firm, product offerings, market of its products, prevailing competition, and management philosophy.
Number 1, yung size of the firm o yung tinatawag na sukat ng negosyo o yung laki ng isang pangkat ng negosyo means the size of a business firm. It means the scale or volume of operation turned out by a single firm. The study of the size of a business is important kasi malaki yung epekto nito sa kahusayan at kakayahang kumita ng isang kumpanya. Alam niyo bang isa sa pinakamahalagang decision ng isang negosyante sa pag-organize ng business ay yung pagkilala sa laki nito Kasi nga nakakaapekto ito sa kumpanya at yung kakayahan nilang kumita o yung profit of business enterprises. Pag sinabi po nating size of the firm, hindi lang ito tungkol sa laki ng kumpanya. Ito rin ay tumutukoy sa sukat ng samahan sa negosyo. Yun yung tinatawag na size of the firm. Number 2, the products. The nature of the product to be sold is another factor that influence the choices of an organizational structure. Consumer and industrial goods may require different types of service from the producer. Some products require extensive after-sales servicing to customer, and the marketing organizational structure can take care of this task. A product is something made to sell. Karaniwang ang bagay na ito ay ginagawa sa pamamagitan ng pang-industriyang proseso o yung industrial process. Other products were planted by farmers after they were grown and harvested for sale. Ilan po sa mga halimbawa ng produktong dumaan sa pang-industriyang proseso o your industrial process ay yung halimbawa ng paper, plastic, metal, mga gadgets, and more. While the products that came from farming are fruits, vegetable, and others. Technical products may require a different type of salesmanship and advertising as compared to non-technical products. Okay po, para mas malinaw, from the word itself, technical means technology. Ito yung dumaan sa proseso o yung tinatawag na industrial process. Yung non-technical naman is raw, for example, vegetable, fruits, and more. Ito naman yung mga hindi dumaan sa industrial process. Meron daw ibang pamamaraan ng pagbebenta at pag-advertise o ibang pangangailangan sa pagbebenta ang technical products compared sa non-technical products. Number 3, the market. Geographic dispersion, income class, and buyer behavior are the characteristic of the market. Pag sinabi nating geographic dispersion, ibig sabihin, ito yung mga lugar o location that provide greater opportunity o yung nagbibigay ng mas malaking pagkakataon in terms of education, economic, mobility, and transportation, health, and environment. Dito pumapasok yung market. Nakapaloob din sa market yung income class at yung buyer behavior. Pag sinabi nating buyer behavior, ito ay yung mga katangian ng mga mamimili. Halimbawa, yung hindi pagpapadaya, hindi pagpapadala sa mga advertisement. Siyempre kasama na rin dito yung ating kamalayan, yung pagiging reasonable, marunong tumawad, at knows how to consume. Saan ba natin nagagamit ang mga ito? Siyempre sa market. Yung market ay isang lugar kung saan nagtatagpo ang consumer at producer. Number 4, competition. A firm may find it necessary to organize its marketing efforts following the requirements of competition. If a major competitor uses an existing pattern of distribution, the firm may find it necessary to accommodate such a pattern. Competition, okay po para mas maintindihan. Sa usaping economy po kasi gumagalaw sa pamilihan or market ang competition. A market is a group of buyers and sellers of a particular product or service. Halimbawa, yung pamilihan ng mga damit sa isang public market. Halimbawa si Ana. Alam niyang maraming nagbebenta ng damit sa lugar. Kaya marami siyang pagpipilian na nagbebenta nito. Tapos hindi lang siya yung bumibili ng damit, kundi marami. Kaya hindi madidiktahan ni Ana o ng isang nagbebenta ang presyo o dami ng produktong ito. Ang tawag dito ay competitive market. Hindi kayang diktahan ng isang mamimili ang presyo ng produkto dahil kakaunti lamang ang binibili niya. Hindi rin kayang diktahan ng magtitinda ang presyo ng isang produkto dahil alam niyang marami ring nagtitinda ng parehong produkto. Halimbawa po kung tinaasan ng nagbebenta yung presyo ay pwedeng lumipat na lang yung mamimili o sa ibang nagtitinda ng mas mababang presyo. Kung binabaan naman niya yung presyo, may posibilidad na malugi siya. Dito pumapasok yung competition sa loob ng pamilihan. Number 5, philosophy of management. A final factor that affects the structure of an organization and the management philosophy prevailing in the company. In each case, the structure of the business unit differs. Some companies are more business-oriented than others and will have a business unit that is involved in a wider scope of activities. In addition, if management firmly believes in centralization rather than in decentralization, then most of the responsibilities will be borne by the home office rather than by the district or regional offices. Philosophy of management. Ito yung halimbawa sa isang business or company. Yung we want an employee, the ones that work smart and efficiently, or yung something that provide an environment that leads to productive employees.
Okay, so magandang araw guys. I-discuss naman natin ngayon yung about sa organizational components. So, babasahin muna natin. An organization is an entity composed of people that is structured and managed in such a way that it is able to achieve its set goals and objectives. An organization generally consists of elements that act and work together through coordinated activities. The organizational components are the management, employees, facilities and equipment, financial resources, and organizational policies. So, sabi niya dito, an organization is an entity composed of people. So, tayo yung bubuo ng organization. Tayo rin yung nagmamanage. So, sa organizational components naman, tayo ay nakapaloob din tayo doon. Kasama na yung mga policies, mga rules sa isang organization, nandoon na din. Pati yung pamamahala. Next, management refers to the administrative supervision of an organization. It includes leadership, the organization's vision, mission, goals, and objectives to attain organizational success. So, mahalaga din ang management kasi mahalaga ang management kasi nandoon yung mga vision, mission, yung mga goals para maging mas matagumpay ang isang organization. So, ano nga bang leadership? Ito babasahin natin. Leadership is a foremost of in the management of any business. A good leader, regardless of whether he owns or works for the organization, is someone who inspires his employees and stretches them to their optimum productivity. He is the prime mover and is expected to lead his employees in the attainment of the organizational set goals. So, ang isang leader dapat talaga nagko-contain siya ng leadership. Alam niyo ba kung bakit? Kasi napakahalaga nun sa kanya kasi dapat compose siya lagi sa lahat ng oras. Alam niya yung gagawin, alam niya mag-lead ng mga members niya, alam niya lahat ng steps, lahat ng sacrifices. Dapat siya ang mangunang humarap. Lahat ng challenges siya rin dapat ang magturo kung paano harapin ng kanyang mga member. So, ito naman yung mga task ng mga leader. Okay. Planning, where he sets the objectives to be attained and the means to achieve them. Organizing, where he identifies, divides, groups, and coordinates various activities to achieve set goals. Stopping, where he recruits, selects, hires, and develops human resources, directing where he leads and communicates with his employees to attain objectives, controlling where he monitors processes and functions, and institute corrective actions when needed. Okay, kagaya ng nasabi ko nung una, siya mismo ang magtatama sa lahat ng pagkakamali, magtuturo sa mga member niya kung papaano ang mga dapat gawin. Dapat ang isang leader talaga ay magaling, siya din ay organized, siya ay may maayos at matured na pag-iisip para ma-adapt din yun ng mga members niya. So ito naman yung roles of a leader: a strategist, facilitator, and an administrative. A leader who inspires and motivates his employees to attain quality and productivity. An information man who understands critical facts, issues, and other concerns about the industry and the business environments. A conceptualizer who concretize the vision, mission, and plans of the enterprise in accordance to set goals and objectives. A liaison officer who serves as conduit for the employees who belong to different business units of groups. A mediator who settles concerns, issues, and other problems between labor and management. A facilitator who negotiates the allocation of resources. A delegator who assigns responsibilities, empowers employees, and monitors them periodically and efficiently. A problem solver who tackles organizational concerns and provides adequate solutions. And a decision maker who makes appropriate decisions, both qualitative and quantitative, and as needed by organization. So, as a leader, dapat siya yung magaling umintindi sa mga members niya, sa lahat ng issues, mga problema. Siyempre, siya din yung nagmo-motivate sa mga members niya para maging efficient sa lahat ng bagay, sa mga gawain nila na naatas para sa kanila. So dapat masipag at productive din dapat ang leader. At higit sa lahat, dapat magaling siyang decision maker. Siyempre, 'di ba? Para mas makita ng mga members niya na nagpupursige siya para magpursige din yung mga members at maging mas matagumpay ang organization. So ito naman yung skills of a leader. Okay. Technical skills are being competent in his respective field to play his role adequately and to perform his task effectively. Human relation skills are being adept in dealing with personal, interpersonal, employee relationships, and other skills required to attain organizational success. So, technically, dapat maging competitive din siya at maging energetic siya. Energetic, yung super literal na energetic, talagang maging more powerful siya sa pagiging leader niya. Tapos alam niyang makipagkapwa, alam niyang makipagbiruan sa mga employees niya para yung chemistry ng mga employees at ng leader hindi maging maging approachable ka sa mga members o employees mo para mas magkaroon ng chemistry. So ito naman yung vision. So it refers to the image that the organization aims to establish and project to both its employees and public, while mission refers to the purpose of the organization. This explicitly stated in the mission statement of the organization. So, yung vision ay ang dapat na mailathala o ma-establish ng isang organization, at maging mas matagumpay ang organization. So, ito naman yung skills of a leader. Okay. Technical skills are being competent in his respective field to play his role adequately and to perform his task effectively. Human relation skills are being adept in dealing with personal, interpersonal, employee relationships, and other skills required to attain organizational success. So, technically, dapat maging competitive din siya at maging energetic siya. Energetic yung super literal na energetic, talagang ano siya, um, maging ano siya, maging more powerful siya sa pagiging leader niya. Tapos alam niyang makipagkapwa, alam niyang makipagbiruan sa mga employees niya para yung chemistry ng mga employees at ng leader, hindi maging maging approachable ka sa mga members o employees mo para mas magkaroon ng chemistry. So ito naman yung vision. So it refers to the image that the organization aims to establish and project to both its employees and public, while mission refers to the purpose of the organization. This explicitly stated in the mission statement of the organization. So, yung vision ay ang dapat na mailathala o ma-establish ng isang organization at kasama na rin ng mga empleyado o employees. Tapos, ang mission naman ay ang purpose. So, dito naman tayo sa employees ngayon. So, aside from the management, employees constitute a significant part of the organizational milieu. They are the very people who work, support, and earn profits for the organization. They are found in all levels performing tasks ranging from the sophisticated to difficult, practical, and odd ones. They work in the different functional areas of marketing, finance, and production, whether formally or informally structured. Employees are expected to give their best in performing their assigned tasks. Several factors affect their productivity. A simple definition describes productivity as the ratio of the output with environment and organizational climate. Okay, so gaya ng leader, dapat sila yung katulong, sila din yung katulong. Kumbaga dapat mas gagalingin nila, mas maging efficient sila sa lahat, maging consistent kumbaga sa mga task nila para mas maging successful ang organization, yung mga project, di ba? So sila yung mga support ng leader. So ito yung tatlong level ng relationship na dapat makuha o ma-achieve nila. Okay. Employee satisfaction. It is an emotional state where the employee experiences a feeling of contentment in the workplace. Any or all of the following generally bring employee satisfaction: acceptable salary, fringe benefits, and incentives, positive interpersonal relationships between and among management and employees, and acceptable conditions in the workplace. Thus, an employee is generally said to be satisfied with his job. Okay. So, ito yung dapat maging kontento sila sa sa trabaho nila. Kasi kapag marunong silang makontento, wala na silang hahanaping mas mataas pa doon, mas malaki yung chance na makapag-focus sila sa trabaho nila at maging mas consistent at mas maging efficient sa lahat ng oras, sa lahat ng mga assigned tasks para sa kanila, di ba? Okay. Second, employee involvement. Satisfied with his work conditions, An employee may graduate to a higher level of organizational relationship called employee involvement. Okay. He becomes more participative in company activities and essentially aims to contribute to the growth of the company. So ito dapat maging ano ka din. Maganda ito sa isang empleyado, magandang karakteristik ito para sa. So itong second degree din napakalaga din sa isang employee kasi kapag naging participative siya, ibig sabihin mas consistent siya sa pagbibigay ng contribution sa kaniyang organization. Syempre mas magiging mabilis yung growth ng organization. Itong third degree naman ay ang employee commitment. This degree of employee relationship is further heightened when the employer reaches the highest level, that is employee commitment. Here, the employee cultivates within himself an attitude and a sense of owning where he treats the interests and welfare of the enterprise as if he owns it. So sa third degree naman, ito yung unti-unti nang makikita ng employee ang kaniyang sarili. Kumbaga, mas na siya, mas composed na siya, mas magaling na rin siya. Ayun. Kumbaga, alam niya na yung gagawin niya.
Facilities and equipment. It is another important component of the organizational environment. These facilities and equipment may be simple and crude as long as they are functioning and producing desired output. On the other hand, organizations with sufficient capitalization use the most sophisticated and the latest machinery and technology. Facilities include management of buildings and site maintenance, management of machinery and facilities, and application of technology. Management of building and site maintenance needs to be appropriate for the type of business the organization is engaged in. Physical structure have to be maintained properly, secured for safety, and optimized when it comes to layout. Management of machinery means taking sure that the right types of equipment or machinery are in place and including the right quantities as needed by the organization. Ito isang mahalagang aspeto ng pamamahala ng pasilidad. Regular maintenance, scheduling, and the replacement of old and any dysfunctional equipment are part of efficiently increasing productivity. Management of facilities means that amenities such as washroom and canteen need to be in good and healthy working conditions as they are important to the workforce. So, yun nga, tama nga naman. Kailangan po natin ng malinis at maayos na mga bathroom at saka kainan para sa mga workers. Application of technology. Technology assets management refers to the business processes and enabling information system that support the management of both physical and non-physical assets of the organization. Information technology digitally and efficiently integrates financial, inventory, purchasing, accounting, marketing, and other aspects of organization. So, application of technology has become the unifying force in facilities and equipment. So, sabi, ang pamamahala ng teknolohiyang pag-aari ay tumutukoy sa mga proseso ng negosyo at pagpapagana ng sistema ng informasyon na sumusuporta sa pamamahala ng physical and non-physical assets of organization. Financial resources. In addition to facilities and equipment, organization needs sufficient financial resources. The financial resources of the organization determine the direction the organization will take and affect its capability to realize its set business goals and objectives. These business goals and objectives include spending or other promotional strategies, upgrading or purchasing new facilities and equipment, experimenting and developing new products, hiring additional manpower, increasing salaries and wage, training employees, and most significantly, ensuring continued existence of the organization. Organizational policies. The organizational milieu includes company policies, which are the lifeblood of an organization. They put organizational structure and system in place. They ensure order, hierarchy of authority, clear delineation of function, efficiently, productivity, and good interpersonal relationship. They make possible the smooth actualization of operation and functional and facilities, the attainment of set goals and objectives, whenever measurable or otherwise. In summary, entities include organizational components that collaboratively synergize to achieve desired goals and objectives, guided by a vision and a mission statement. Management sets the direction of the organization. Employees working together and facilities and equipment enable organization to function efficiently and effectively. Policies give direction and structure to an organization, supported by needed financial resources.